and I started actually writing a science fiction novel that had been an idea I'd been playing with a long time, a book called Avalon. And I was working on Avalon, and it was coming pretty well. And suddenly, the first chapter of Game of Thrones came to me, where they find the dire wolf pups.
It's a freak. It's a dire wolf.
I knew it wasn't part of the science fiction novel I was writing. This was clearly a fantasy, medieval, had these wolves and this large family. I'd been reading a lot of historical fiction, and it might have been in the back of my mind, but suddenly it all gelled, and I wrote that chapter in like 2-3 days. It just came to pour out of me.
Lord Stark, there were 5 pups. One for each of the Stark children. The direwolf is a sigil of your house. They were meant to have them.
You'll train them yourselves. You'll feed them yourselves. And if they die, you'll bury them yourselves.
When I did return to books, I said to myself, okay, I've had many things optioned. They never make them. I've done pilots and TV shows, tried to keep them within budget and producible. They never make that. I'm tired of playing that game. I'm going to, I have a big imagination. I have an epic story I want to tell. I'm going to make it as big as my imagination. I'm going to have all the castles and battles I want. I'm going to have hundreds of characters because the real world is complex. I want my fictional world to be complex too, not a kind of simplified thing. I want to have giant battles. I want to have incredible castles that each one is distinct from the other that people remember for all time. I want to have dragons and dire wolves and mammoths and a wall of ice that's 700 feet tall. I want something huge and epic that can stand up there with Tolkien